started this year doing games, haven't you?
My son have been doing it last year as well, but I've not been.
No, we haven't seen you before.
I've not been here.
No.
Usually doing other field and Wakefield.
All right, right.
Pause of pointing in blue on the yellow jacket. Pause.
Oh yeah.
I see the animal pause just underneath the stand roof.
From the roof.
And the yellow.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
Peter's last
Peter
thing.
must have done
Job lot on pitch.
that just before he left. Good afternoon, warm welcome to Wilderspool. A very cold day, a fierce wind blowing down the ground and a few flakes of snow in the air, but otherwise conditions fine. The pitch in great condition for round 2 of Super League 6. Warrington's first home game of the season against Hull FC, of course. Warrington defeated at Wigan in their first outing and Hull with a victory over Salford. But Warrington through to the semi-final of the Challenge Cup, and that certainly created plenty of interest locally. The two sides as we've got them today, the Warrington side first of all. Lee Breers is at fullback. Rob Smythe is on the right wing with Ian Sibbett and David Kidwell in the centres, and the former Hull player Alan Hunt on the left wing. The halfbacks for Warrington today, Steve Georgalis and Alan Langer. In the pack, Andrew G, David Heighton, Jerome Guisset. In the second row we've got Dean Busby and Paul Noon, and at loose forward Tuera Nickau. The subs for Warrington today, Lee Penny, Jamie Stenhouse, and Martin Masella and Paul Wood. Now the Hull side, Steve Prescott returns after injury at fullback. Chris Smith, Richard Horn, Dion Bird and Matt Crowther. The halfbacks, Jason Smith moved from loose forward with that injury to Paul Cook, very unfortunate Paul Cook. And at scrum half, Tony Smith, Paul Broadbent, Lee Jackson, Luke Felch, Adam Marr, Tony Grimaldi and David Maiden. So we get underway. Steve Prescott with the first, and Paul Broadbent immediately met. A big high kick-off from Warrington. Luke Felch straight into the action. Jason Smith meets his former teammate, Queensland State of Origin teammate Alan Langer. And now Paul Broadbent again involved, the second time in this opening set of 6. He'll play it on the 40-metre line. Lee Jackson at acting half. Tony Smith, Richard Horn, out to Maiden. Maiden playing very wide out on the far side. Takes play inside the Warrington half. This is the 5th and last. Tony Smith goes for a very high bomb. Pretty good one. It's picked up by Jason Smith. Here's a chance. Here's a chance indeed for Dion Bird, and he's over. And in the first minute of the game, Hull have scored. I mean, no doubt about that. Alan Langer complaining, but nothing on there. Now, it rebounded off a Hull player who palmed it backwards, Brian. Then what surprised me was that David Kidwell appeared not to go for the ball.
Yeah, he had all the time in the world to pick it up, make it his. He was favourite for it, never picked it up. Hull did. Jason Smith, nice ball. Dion Bird still had Lee Breers to beat, and he did. He took him over the line with him. Well, that's a perfect start for Hull. With Matt Crowther trying to add the 2 points. Dion Bird doing well in the full-back position this season, but pretty impressive. Still playing, I think, with a broken bone in his hand. Did 3 weeks ago. But certainly didn't affect him then. Hull have got the wind in the first half. Steve said pretty strong wind. Very cold day here at Warrington. Warrington drummers just started. Don't imagine it'll put Crowther off. Taking his time, kicks it. Joe, it just drifts to the left of the posts. So that's score Warrington 0, Hull 4.
Well, just simply stopped it.
So Breers restarts, high one. Should be Steve Prescott's ball. Sun in his eyes, takes it, gives it to Broadbent. Tackled by Guise, high. Referee's in. So it's a penalty, I think. Oh, Prescott's taking it. No, he isn't. Richard Horne's taking the penalty. Couldn't get that many yards, given the wind behind him. Broadbent. Yeah. Lee Jackson goes. Turned over by Andrew G. It looks so as all the playing, not as according to the programme, but the announcer gave up, but it looks so Richard Horne's playing 6. Prescott and Maiden is playing in the centre. Hull going left. Baird, tackled by Kidwell. Makes good yards. Takes some stopping. Felsh will take the ball up. Tackled by Busby. Tony Smith, inside ball, Jason Smith. Oh, Nickow. Nobody there to receive that Jason Smith ball. Hunt. Back from his spell in Rugby Union with Pontypridd. Sibbett, big lad this centre. Oh, Noon. High tackle, he said. So Warrington, just kick from Breers. Make much yards into the wind. Noon. Heighten to Andrew G. Dummies. Tackled on the just inside Hull's 40. Nickow onto a flat ball. Tackled by Grimaldi. And Tony Smith. Heighten inside ball to Nickow. Nickow does well. Ball moving. Oh, G gets it, wasn't expecting it. Little kick through, it should be Crowler's ball, it is. Crowler does well. Felch. All right. Felsh. Penalty. Interference at the play of the ball. Horne finds touch for Hull. Grimaldi. Grimaldi. Oh, good run by Grimaldi. Broadbent. Tony Smith. Jason Smith. Oh, lovely ball, Baird. Drops off, Crowder will score. He does. Oh, what a lovely drop off. It looks like a hard tackle at the end from fullback Breers. You had to go high to stop him at that range, but Crowder's over, a little bit shaken. Beautiful ball by Jason Smith, Steve, and a lovely drop off to Baird, but Baird did just the right thing. Took it in straight in the line, pulled the defence, and slipped a good ball there out to Matt Crowler.
Yeah, what a well-constructed try. Jason Smith's pass over, what, 20-25 metres there, like a bullet. Immediately cut out 2 or 3 Warrington defenders. and then Bird and Crowther finishing in some style. So Hull with 2 tries in the first 5-6 minutes of this game down the left-hand side. Made a blistering start. And the Hull supporters at the far end of the ground in great voice, as you would expect after this fabulous start. So Matt Crowther with a similar kick, a bit further in this time. I suppose he's got 5 or 6 metres to go. The start of the game, I didn't give you the Hull substitutes for today. On the bench for Hull, the 4 substitutes: Stanley Jean, Gareth Cavell, Steve Craven and Logan Campbell. And that's the sign of the wind and the power of it. And again, Lee Jackson coming over. Matt Crowther's going to have another go. No, a real gust out there. It's a very cold wind. All of this is very off-putting for a goal kick, of course. We've seen Matt Crowther's got a good temperament. Can he convert his own try? This time it didn't quite strike that well, and it went to the right of the post and didn't really have the power either. So 8-0 to Hull, 2 early tries, great start. So Warrington kicking off for the 3rd time in 10 minutes. Through Breers. High again. Taken by Jason Smith. That ball holding up in the wind, making it quite difficult for Hull to take it. Here's Paul Broadbent. It's through the tackle of Busby. Makes a few more metres. Jason Smith kicking on looking for a 40-20. He's not quite going to make it. It's made the 30 but not the 20. The right idea, Brian, in the wind, I'm sure, but just needed a slightly better angle. So Warrington put in 25 metres from their own line. Langer. Kidwell, certainly a big centre, this New Zealander. And penalty against Richard Horne for pushing Kidwell. And Breers, quite a flat kick, makes good yards actually against the wind. So here's Warrington with Guisset, the Frenchman. And now Andrew G. Nickow. Langer. Breers up from fullback. Steve Georgialis, the very experienced Australian, filling in at standoff with the departure of Kevin Walters. Andrew G. to Nickow. With 4 of the 6 gone, Warrington 5 metres away. They must come to the right. Langer. Oh, it's a chance here. Breers. Breers throws the dummy and he's over. Warrington have replied well with their first attack. Lee Breers from that long ball. The gap opened up in front of a Hull player, come up out of the line, Brian, there, and certainly Hull was created.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. Lovely long ball by Aaron Langer. Similar to the one that Jason Smith put in for the Hull try. A little bit of a gap for Breers, then he wrong-footed the defence. He does that very well. the check and go does it well, Lee Breeze. Very good kicker, goal kicker as well, Lee Breeze. So 8 points to 4. Into the wind. Looks good. Looks very good. Well, I just slipped, just misses, just outside of the post. So imagine Crowder will put this deep, use the wind. Keeps it low. Oof. Alan Hunt. Busby. Geese. Heighton runs off from Axon halfback, makes good 10 yards into just short of halfway. G to Nico onto the flat ball, storming through. Langer kicks, it'll hold up in the wind. Well collected by Crowder, did well. Fell, Jason Smith. Jason Smith. Prescott. Oh, ball, Dion Baird down this wing. He's got room. Makes halfway. He lost his winger. Crowder had been involved with the play of the ball in the middle of the hunt, just underneath the old post, and recovered his position. Enterprising play by Jason Smith then. Tony Smith. Horn. Horn. Goes. Horn. Whoa. Penalty against Tony Smith, I think, for obstruction. I think he took the Warrington defender out. I thought Richard only got away there, Steve. Good though, yeah. So, Brace fans touch on halfway. Geese. Andrew G. To Noon. Langer. Georgie Alice. Smith running across field, looking for a gap. Can't find one. Finds Paul Broadbent instead. Warrington going left. A long ball. Tibbett. Sibbett tackled. Maiden and Horn in the tackle. Flat ball. Nico. Nearly gets rid. Last tackle. Warrington going left. Chipped through by Langer. Oh, well picked up by Steve Prescott. Tony Smith. Well tackled by Langer. Nico over the top. Ma. Noon offside. Jason Smith goes for touch. Oh. Ball fans are very long. Back on the Warrington 20. Felsh. Tony Smith. Broadbent. Lee Jackson. Long ball. Dion Baird. I've seen a lot of the ball this half. Into the Warrington 10. Jason Smith goes. Just straightened up, went for a gap. Tony Smith. Little kick through. Oh, well picked up by Lee Breers in his own in goal. Hunt. Good, well tackled by Grimaldi. Oh, good tackling by Hull. Ian Sibbett. Tackled by Baird and Jason Smith. Kidwell. Breers. Kicks. Should be Chris Smith's ball, this. Stops it with his foot. Tackled by Busby. Maiden. Grimaldi. Lee Jackson. Goes backwards. Tony Smith. Horn. Oh, Nick Howe goes high on Horn then. No damage done, but it was high. So Horn's going for touch near the best stand. Doesn't. Oh, ball goes there. That was a terrible kick by Horn. So it's a Warrington drop out. Lee Breers. Taken by Steve Prescott to Broadbent. Felsh. Jason Smith. Crowther. Jason Smith. Tony Smith. Broadbent. Oof. Jason Smith, little kick, cross kick. Breers tackled. Smith tackled by Crowther. But Warrington cleared the danger well. There goes Kidwell. Oh, good tackle by Marr. They drove Kidwell back then through all defenders. Busby. Nick Howe. Runs at Tony Smith and Tony Smith puts him down. Last tackle. Ball back to Langer. With Prescott's ball. Obviously a question mark over Prescott's fitness. Been out a long time with a thigh injury. So Chris Smith trying to find a bit of room. Lee Jackson drops off Felsh into a gap. Felsh makes over halfway. Good run by Felsh. Tony Smith. Horn. Ooh. Tony Smith. Little chip through. Picked it well. Brilliantly fielded by Langer. Smith. Alan Hunt running off from Axon half-back. Getting a roll on Warrington. Hull not slaying to play the ball down at the moment. Andrew G tackled just short of halfway. Nico on the flat ball again. Good charging run by Nico. Langer. Breers kicks, it goes straight to Chris Smith. Steve Prescott. Tackled by Sibbett and Noon. Jason Smith. Oh, nearly an interception by Kidwell. And if he'd caught that, it was try written all over it. As it is, it's scrum down Hull's head and ball. Dion Baird. Grimaldi. Tony Smith. Drops off Felsh. Tony Smith, Jason Smith, Tony Smith. To Marr. Jason Smith. Jason Smith. Nobody with him again. Oh, he broke clean through, nobody with him. I suppose he hasn't been playing long enough, Steve, for people, for support players to read the game. Penalty for Warrington for Hull offside. Ironic chase from the Warrington supporters.
Cut them apart every time.
So Warrington's ball, just short of halfway. Been played 25 minutes, score Warrington 4, Hull 8. Andrew G. Hunt tackled. Oh well, Nico running at the defence, nobody moved up, gets a good ball out to Busby. Knock on, I think. No, referee, I thought Russell Smith had the whistle in his mouth, changed his mind. Langer. So it's Warrington right on Hull's line. Breers comes in, drops off, nobody there. Langer. Busby. Tackle by Marr, and the last tackle. Prescott. Oh, good ball out to Crowler.
Is replaced by 18 Martin Marcello.
Jason Smith into a gap. Horn gets rid of it. Jackson. Grimaldi. Maiden. Chris Smith. Lee Jackson. Jason Smith. To Tony Smith. Be a penalty, Warrington offside. And Jason Smith down there. Grimaldi. Maiden! Little kick through for Leach. I think a little kick through. I think Tony Smith's there. They're asking the in-goal touch and the touch judge as well. I thought he beat the Warrington play. Certainly beat the Warrington player. That's where he made downward pressure. Yeah. I think it was a try. Try there. Try given. But meanwhile, Jason Smith seems to have taken a knock. He's down in the mid-centre of the field. Lovely kick through. Lee Jackson and Tony Smith was first there. I said there was never any question that he was first, but whether he'd got the ball down. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with Jason Smith, but he looks in a bit of a bad way on halfway. So it's Matt Crowler trying to third kick at goal, third conversion attempt. This is roughly the same position as his last one. Let's kick this one. To bring the score, Warrington 4, Hull 14. So substitution, Broadbent's gone off and Steve Craven's come on. So Broadbent's done his half hour. Certainly Hull's attack looks very dangerous. Lots of variation. Breers kicks it high. Taken by Horn, gives it to Steve Craven. Felsh. Ma. Felsh again. Bit static this. Horn. Smith, Grimaldi, loses it. Grimaldi lost the ball, he's trying to think free of his hands to give it to Maiden. As it is, he's took the pressure right off Warrington, and it's Warrington's heading ball on Hull's 40. Grimaldi not made many mistakes. Langer to feed. Georgialis takes on Horn, Horn brings him down. Noon. Oh, well tackled. Marcella gets rid of it. Breers does well, Lee Breers. Recovers from a very unpromising position there, Lee Breers. G onto a flat ball. Georgialis. It's Kidwell. Kidwell loses the ball in the tackle, but Hull don't pick it up cleanly. Tony Smith to feed. Dion Baird makes some yards. Grimaldi. Bang down. Steve Craven. Tony Smith goes. Gets rid of it to Felsh. Oh, lovely little break by Tony Smith. Must be holding down against Noon. Tony Smith this time to kick. Fans touch. Ma. Good run by Ma. Craven. Craven. Tony Smith loses the ball. Well, we tried to be a bit too flash then. Let Warrington off the hook a bit. Kidwell bumps off Baird. Obviously very strong Kidwell. Nickow. G. Lager. No. Props off. Gets rid of it. Breers. Kidwell. It's a good tackle by Crowler. Slanger. He'll kick on this one. Over Prescott's head. Turns Prescott. Goes dead. Chris Smith. Lee Jackson. Craven. Tony Smith, Jason Smith. Jason Smith. Jason Smith. Jason Smith. Horn. Tackle back, well read by Breers. Jason Smith. Inside ball, Lee Jackson. It's a penalty against Warrington. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I think it was obstruction, taking the support player out the game, so Crowder will go for goal. It's right in front of the Warrington post. Russell Smith talking to Andrew G. We're not always arguing the toss about. Penalty. I'm not really. Penalty's being given. So it's Crowder right in front of the posts. 36 minutes gone. This kick to put Hull 12 points in the lead. Chips it over. Good kick by Crowler. Well, Jason Smith looked quite badly injured, 5 minutes ago? And he just made a run there where he, as Steve just said to me, made the Warrington defenders look foolish. So it's Lee Breers to restart. Kicks it long kick to Jason Smith, to Craven. Oh, Jason Smith runs. Tackle by Nickow. Dion Baird. Felsh. Tony Smith. Lee Jackson, well picked up by Grimaldi, but he's driven back by Georgialis. Last tackle. Ball back to Steve Prescott. Kicks long. I think it was straight to Breers though. Too straight that ball. Hunt. Good tackle. Grimaldi. Busby, Sibbett, Hull offside. Important that Hull keep Warrington out these last 2 or 3 minutes, because Warrington had the advantage of this wind in the second half. Brace fans touch. Marcella. G. Georgialis drops off Nico. Nico, oh, good ball to Busby, but rather read by the old defenders. Langer. Marcella. Oh, well picked up by Nico. Did well then. Very bad ball. Last tackle. Langer. Gets rid of it. Oh, it's a try. Oh, Langer got rid of that ball absolutely miraculously to Georgialis, who was on his left shoulder, and Georgialis puts the ball down. And I was just saying about Hull sticking to this lead till half-time, Stephen. They couldn't do it.
No, a bit of miracle work by Alan Langer. Really looked to be tackled short of the line and popped the ball up. Terrific awareness. And Hull conceding a try in the last tackle and in the last minute of the half.
Try scorer for the Wolves, number 15, Steve Georgialis.
In this first half, when Warrington have been in Hull's 20-metre area, they have looked dangerous, but they haven't been up there all that often. And Hull have been able to break the Warrington line really quite regularly, but could perhaps have had more than the 3 tries they've scored. So here's Lee Breas to bring the gap back to 6 points. And he's missed it. Well, that's 2 points to Hull, really, in a sense. Brian, we don't expect Lee Breas to miss goal kicks like that. So it's 8-16. And we're now in the injury time at the end of this first half.
Alan Garrity, who's here with us today. Alan Garrity, did he meet Dominic and Joshua?
It's going to be Matt Crowther to kick off. Again on the ground. Masala. And there is half-time. It's 16-8 to Hull. Brian, and a very satisfactory half for Hull.
Yeah, very good half. In a sense, at 16-8, 8-point lead, Hull can feel dissatisfied, really, because they've opened up the Warrington defence so easily, and 2 or 3 chances have gone begging, particularly when Jason Smith broken down the middle and put these little slip passes out, but nobody being on the end of them. So it's all to play for in the second half at 16-8, and Warrington with the wind in the second half.
Well, we'll take it down. So we're almost ready to start the second half. Hull leading by 16-8. 3 tries to 2 in that half, but Warrington have the advantage of this strong wind. And I'm sure we'll be seeing Lee Breers trying to kick Hull back into their own territory. 40-20s, Hull have got to be watching out for. So Matt Crowther to kick off. Plenty of height on that one. Taken by Nick Howe, who's tackled by Tony Grimaldi on his own 10-metre line. Busby. Masala. So Wakefield last season, at Leeds before that, of course. And Andrew G. Play to within 8 metres of halfway. Nick Howe again involved. It's a good tackle from Grimaldi. It's the 5th and last. Warrington just inside the whole half. And Nick Howe playing for the penalty. Sure, he was playing for the penalty, releasing the ball on the last tackle. And the referee, well aware of that. It's the knock on. It's definitely what he was doing, wasn't he? Horn. Driven back by Lee Breers. Here's Adam Marr. Felch. Up to the halfway line, Luke Felch. And a knock on against him. Luke Felch looks on in astonishment, but so Warrington possession just their side of halfway. Kidwell, tackled by Bird. Here's George Arliss. And now Noon. It's a good tackle by Jason Smith. A little rib tickler. Short side, Kidwell. There's Masala taking play to within 12 metres of the whole line. It's the 5th and last tackle. Langer knocks on the last tackle, takes the pressure off. I certainly think that's the first mistake of the game that Alan Langer's made, Brian.
It is, yeah. Felch. Chris Smith. Oh, well tackled by. Lost it. Oh. Oh, very bad mistake that. Second tackle on his own 20. So Warrington back on the attack. Coming left. Oh, Georgialis knocks on. I suppose he was at full stretch for the ball, but I think he should have taken it.
He's going to come up with a mistake at some point.
Yeah, of course he's, yeah. Chris Smith. Tackled by Georgialis. Prescott. Craven. Bed. Good yards by Bed. Grimaldi. Felch. Tony Smith. Chips. Oh. Bounce up to the winger. Just been really, Langer's a tremendous worker. He was in the middle of the field and he was out there acting half-backed for Smith. Busby. Marcella. Nick on a drop off. Well read. Langer. High one for Prescott. Oh, Steve Prescott takes it well. High school Prescott then. Chris Smith. Maiden. Jason Smith. Horn to Grimaldi. Grimaldi. Into the Warrington half. Last tackle. Tony Smith. Kick. Good kick by Tony Smith. Thought it found touch just inside the post. It was a bit stronger than I thought. So it's Warrington on the 20. Sibbett. Busby. Referee stopped the play. I think there must be a blood bin. Yeah, Lee Jackson going off. So looks like Stanley Jean going on and Lee Jackson going straight down to the dressing room. And Broadbent's on for Craven, I think. Georgialis. Masala. All defence didn't move up then. Easy yards from Masala, last tackle. Langer. Last tackle. Poor option, certainly. No one ever looked like getting rid of it. Here comes Broadbent. Stanley Jean.
Number 9, Lee Jackson.
Felsh.
Replaced by 14, Stanley Jean.
Stanley Jean running off. Good yards by Jean.
Substitution for Hull is a Broadbent substitution.
Broadbent. Tony Smith goes. Gets rid of it. Horn to Prescott under the post. What a good try. Steve Prescott back, glad to be back in the game. Tony Smith took a bit of a knock then, but he made that try. Held the ball up. Horn was supporting on his inside. Didn't have to take Breers on. Straight 2-on-1 with Breers. And Steve Prescott back in the first team, under the posts. Good try that, Steve.
There was Tony Smith's pace there, between two Warrington men. He's got his arms free in the tackle and got the ball inside to Richard Horn. And then plenty of coolness from Richard Horn to release Steve Prescott, who supported very well, as he usually does. And Hull have made an excellent start to the second half. So Matt Crowther with a conversion attempt in front. Here he comes, a third success. It's Warrington 8, Hull 22. Very handy 14-point lead Very important Hull don't sit on this now. It's going to be Breers to kick off. But a great start to the second half. David Maiden. Good bit of skill there from the kick-off. Breers going for the low kick. There's Chris Smith. Broadbent. Stanley Jean. Grimaldi. Jason Smith. Oh, again, Warrington struggling to hold on to him. Jean. Tony Smith. Kicks back onto Breers, holds up in the wind. Comfortable take for him. Breers tackled 12 metres from his own line. Hunt. Driven back by Paul Broadbent. Sibbett. Promising young Warrington centre. Quite a big old player, and Penny is on for Warrington, much to the delight of the home crowd. Who's going to start noon? Langer. 40-20, going for the 40-20. He's going to make it, I think, is he? Or is it just going to be the wrong side of the post? Just the wrong side of the post. Great, very nearly a brilliant kick. Just a foot or two in it. Penny is on. So, Penny is on for noon. Broadbent. Stanley Jean. Grimaldi. Tackled by Busby on halfway. Smith. Horn. Play on. It's going to be back. It's going to be back to one, I think. Here, Prescott. Prescott is hammered down, and the tackle count restarts after that tempted Warrington charge down. And it's Adam Marr going up towards halfway. Crosses the halfway line. And a penalty against G, is it, for interference? Tony Smith finds touch on the far side, 30 metres from the Warrington line. Marr. Who's that? Craven. Craven driving it up the middle. Tony Smith again. A flat ball to Grimaldi. Almost into the gap. Jason Smith. Jason Smith, that short delayed pass. Stanley Jean. Tony Smith. Adam Marr, far side. Crowther, nice quick ball to Bird. Enterprising play by Hull. Warrington kept their defensive lines intact. Jean, Jason Smith, Tony Smith, Richard Horn, Dave Maiden, chance for Chris Smith in the corner, and he's in. He's over in the corner. Very good finishing by Hull. And really, Brian, a pretty simple try in the corner. Just Hull moved the ball across quickly from left to right, and Chris Smith with just enough room to get in at the corner.
As you said, it was straightforward, quick, simple, accurate passing to the right. Chris Smith just half a yard down this touchline side. Strong runner, Chris Smith, and got over in the corner to give Hull, the score now, Hull 26, Warrington 8. Plenty of time to go though. As Steve's already said, Hull don't have to relax, because we saw from that kick from Langer, 40-20s are on the possible any time Langer has the ball in his hand with this wing behind him. It's got rather more diagonally blown into this left-hand corner. So it's Crowther I think he'll do very well to kick this right into the wind. Bit of snow forward.
I think I should have covered that, really. Yeah, I didn't understand how there was the room in the corner for him. When he got, when he popped it on.
It's Crowther, kicks. Not a bad kick. Oh, the wind will take it away, it did. So Warrington kick off. Another substitution for Warrington. Marsala's gone off. Paul Wood's come on. So Marsala off and Wood on. Deep kick by Breers. Oh, he'll let it go dead. Oh, what a mistake by Lee Breers. Again, illustration of the strength of the wind. Stanley Jean. Tackled by Busby. Broadbent. Good run by Paul Broadbent. Hull will go right. Tony Smith. Horn. Dummies goes. Ooh. Oh, I lost the ball. And Lee Brace picks it up. Kidwell. Tackled by Dion Baird. Not tackled by Dion Baird. Gets rid of it. Georgialis. Sibbett. Good tackle by Richard Horn. Hunt. Again tackled by Horn. Penny. G. Oh, nice ball. Good play this by Warrington. Busby tackled. Warrington going right. Langer to G. Tackled by Jason Smith. Last tackle. Breers. Dummies. Ball picked up by Maiden. Last tackle. Hull start with the play of the ball. That was a better 6 by Warrington. Stanley Jean runs off. Craven. Dion Baird run off again. All making good yards with this tactic. Stanley Jean drops off Broadbent. Hull in the Warrington half. 2 tackles left. Jason Smith. Ball to Tony Smith. To Horn. Kicks. Taken by Hunt. Well, tackled 5 yards from his own line. Penny. Who's been out of favour at Warrington. Oh, penalty against Craven. Silly penalty that, because he'd made a good tackle, and Lee Breeze has just made 30 yards with the kick. Busby. G. Sibbett. Dangerous attack for Warrington. Breeze, long ball. Georgialis. Forward pass and a knock on. But look dangerous moving that ball, Steve. The ball to Kidwell was forward. As I said, Andy knocked it on. Crowler. Jason Smith. Grimaldi. Broadbent. 2 tackles left. Jason Smith. Craven. Jason Smith. Kicks or ball back. Winger Smith. Let it go. Last tackle. Lost the ball, old ball. No. Grimaldi looking for a gap. Maiden. Grimaldi worked very hard for Hull this afternoon, as he always does. Possession of high tackle from Nico. Little switch, Tony Smith. Maiden. Jason Smith. Broadbent. Well run by Broadbent. Crowler. Drops off to Chris Smith. Horn! Horn! He's over! Oh, what a miraculous try by Richard Horn. Dummied went. I thought he'd gone the wrong way. And I know Steve did because he groaned. Never strong enough to get there, but he was. Oh, what a lovely try by Richard Horn, Steve, from absolutely nothing.
Well, he wanted to score it through strength in the end, because I'm sure after that first step he'd beaten the defender. If he'd carried on the line, he was over anyway. But he wanted to beat a couple more men, and he did. And surely now that gives Hull a commanding position at 30 points to 8.
The season is 7,577.
Well, Richard Horn's quality there in that try. It does seem to be that every time Hull are down in Warrington's danger zone, there are opportunities available. So here's Matt Crowther. Sneaks it in. Becomes 32 points, 6 tries and 4 goals. Hull now with a 24-point lead.
Warrington not rushing to restart.
Warrington to restart, Lee Breers. Tony Grimaldi traps the ball from the kickoff and then takes it. Logan Campbell on for Hull, who's gone off. Chris Smith running in midfield. Jean. Broadbent. What a start to the season Paul Broadbent's had. I think we saw him in great form last year, but he just keeps it going so well. Tremendously strong and resilient. Tony Smith kicks through into space. Kidwell knocks on. Oh, referee says it went back. Oh, and Kidwell had given himself up. Now he knocks on. Well, he didn't. It didn't knock on the first time, but he gave himself up. Stanley Jean, Tony Smith, Richard Horn. Should have him covered this time. 3 Warrington defenders out there. Jean, Broadbent, Jean again. Jean takes them on, almost there, 3 metres away. Grimaldi, Tony Smith. Put down, 3 metres from the Warrington line. Broadbent, Craven. Grimaldi picks up a loose-ish pass. It's the 5th and last tackle. Jean, Tony Smith tries to kick through. It's going to be the turnover. We could have made a bit more of that, I think, actually. We didn't. Jason Smith has gone off for Hull. Here's Kidwell meanwhile. Langer, G. Put down short of his own 40, and a penalty against Logan Campbell. So Warrington inside the whole half. Something like that, a bit more maybe. This is young Wood. Good run by the young Warrington substitute. 4 tackles to go. Breers drops off Nicow. Breers again on the run around. Penny, strong Penny coming at that sort of pace and angle. Breers, Nicow. Chance here for Kidwell. Rob Smythe coming in field looking for a gap, but put down. There's a bit of snow begins to fall. Langer certainly couldn't fault Alan Langer today. Keeping it going, Warrington. Breers. Oh, and put down by Hull, so it's going to be back to 1, is it? Smythe tackled, that's the first one. George Arliss to Nicow. Oh, here's Alan Hunt in for a try. Bit of sustained Warrington pressure, and they come up with a score, Brian, and Alan Hunt finishes well.
Yeah, and after the crowd reaction to Alan Hunt, after all, scored the last try, I'm sure he'll be glad to score that. About 10 minutes left in the game, I think.
Try score for the Warrington Wolves, 22, Alan Hunt.
Smythe taking this kick. Breeze took a knock in that movement. He kicks it. So still with a comfortable lead. We'll make it about, well, it's be a bit of injury time, but it's probably about 10 minutes to go. Crowd are going to restart. Felch on for Craven. High kick by Crowther. Hunt. Tackled by Grimaldi and Maiden. Nick out. Gets rid of it. Breers. Oh, ball goes behind the man. Should be Smith's ball. Tackled by Crowler. Langer. Jinks goes the other way. A lovely ball to the winger, beautiful ball. But what a lovely bit of play by Langer. Last tackle. Langer kicks. Well taken by Prescott. Penalty to Hull for the Warrington tacklers pushing him over the try line after he'd been tackled. That's a let off for Hull. But they're going to make the touch from here. And Horns take it. Horn fans touch.
Warrington substitution, number 12.
Felsh. Oh, Guise just back on, really catches Felsh a good one then. Perfectly fair. Stanley Jean runs off. Tackled by Guise again. Holby just content to wind the clock down here. Ma.
And I
Broadbent.
can tell you that the Warrington
Campbell.
sponsored by JLJ Holdings goes to
Felsh.
number 13 to Mary the Cow.
Last tackle. Ball to Tony Smith. It's back to Prescott. Kicks should be foot. Oh, Penny's ball. Oh, good tackle. Smith. G. Breers. Fans touch. Warrington back on the attack. Hold on, have to relax. I feel they have relaxed. Thought the game's won, which it ought to be, but you never know. Nickow just been awarded man of the match for Warrington. Penny tackled by Horn. George Alice. Breers does well, picks it up. Smith. Oh, good tackle by Prescott on the... Langer, tackle a few yards short. Langer hurt. I think he's trying to twist his leg in that tackle by Steve Prescott. Langer, I don't think he wants to. Russell Smith telling him when it's to start. George Alice. Ball to G. To Hunt. Good tackle. Last tackle. G. Hunt. And Hunt's over. Good try by Warrington. Alan Hunt. Strong running, just near the line. Well, Steve, I'm glad there's not 5 more minutes left, because all have really gone to sleep.
Yes, notably so, giving away penalties which are completely unnecessary. And really just content with the ball, just to wind the clock down, take the ball up. Alan Hunt's replied for Warrington with a couple of tries and showed, that was better than his first one actually, showed a lot of strength there in getting through 3 Hull tacklers. So it gives Rob Smythe another opportunity here. Alan Langer, meanwhile, limping off. That's a sad sight for Warrington. And Smythe converts, bringing the score to 20 points to Warrington, 32 to Hull.
Get the score on the next set of 6.
Yeah. Yeah, very important that Hull don't really relax here. We'll step it up again for the last 2 minutes. Gareth Carvel is on for Hull. Used him quite late in the game. So Crowder. Tackle by Richard Horne on Guisset. Short side. Knock on. 2 knock-ons. Should be.
Number 16 in Civet replaces number 7, Alan Langer.
So Hull have possession inside the Warrington 20 from this scrum. Smith, Horne, Prescott. Oh, the referee gives a forward pass from Richard Horne. See too much wrong with that, do you?
Well, we haven't won the game.
No. So Warrington head and ball, the scrum on the 20. So here we go. Penny. Wood, quick play the ball. George Arliss, Breers, Nickal. Nickal short side to Breers. Certainly Warrington's best phase of the half, this by a long way. And again offloading, Hull not as sure in the tackle. Richard Horne has the ball there after they spill it. Carvel. Oh, nice slip pass from Carvel to Prescott. He takes it up to the halfway line. Felch, the ball stolen. 2 men in the tackle, penalty to Hull. And they're going to have a shot at goal. Well, this is a time-wasting tactic because against the wind, 40 metres out. Be a good kick by Matt Crowder if he got it, Brian. No, we've slipped our concentration. We've got to run away with this guy. Yeah. Yeah.
I think she moved 2 twice before.
You've got to be smart enough not to give them away. So Matt Crowder with 4 successes before this. strikes it pretty well, but it's wide. And Alan Hunt collects. And a knock on, just a little one by Lee Breers. So can Hull finish with a score here? We must now be in injury time. Hull are going to collect their an opening away win. Tony Smith, Prescott, tackle 12 metres away. Gene acting halfback, goes on a run from there. Tackle 5 out. Horn takes them on, thought about checking and looking to find the gap. Tackle 10 metres away. Tony Smith, Luke Felch, inside ball to Smith, and it goes out to Dion Bird, but the ball had gone forward, so it'll be a scrum with a Warrington feed and head. Sorry? Smythe. Guisset. And that's the final action. And what an excellent performance by Hull here, winning by 32 points to 20. And if we remember that it was 32-8 at one stage, and Warrington with 2 tries in the last quarter of an hour, never really coming close enough to threaten Hull, but making the score more respectable. It's been a dominant performance by Hull, very, very professional. And really, it was those 3 tries at the beginning of the second half, Brian, that finished it as a contest.
Yeah, really throughout the game, particularly when Jason Smith was involved, never had any problem in opening this Warrington defence. It looked distinctly fragile, but good football by Hull. It looks good for it was an important game, this, to come to Warrington and win. And its next game, of course, is the home game against Castleford, and if we could win that one, well, our season would really be going. But excellent performance this by Hull, beating Warrington at Wilderspool by 32 points to 20. It's tough this crowd.
Craven and Hamilton. Yeah. We're right. Okay. So we're underway at the McAlpine Stadium. A unique match for Hull in Super League. Win tonight would take them to the top. They're playing the bottom club, the Huddersfield Giants. No wins out of 7, but much improved team under new coach Tony Smith. The general feeling is that first win isn't too far away. Let's hope it's not tonight. Huddersfield will take some containing. We'll run through the teams when we've got a chance. We're right into the action with Steve Malloy taking it up towards the 40-metre line. Is that Custo? It's the scrum half Custo with the kick downfield. Looks to be just a touch too strong. A very long distance kick from the Australian scrum half. Lomax. So it's Steve Prescott for Hull FC. Lee Jackson starting this week. Paul King started the game against Bradford. Steve Craven. The McAlpine pitch in magnificent condition, and it's a super night for rugby league. Monday evening game hasn't brought out the largest Huddersfield crowd, but plenty of Hull supporters here. Richard Horn up to halfway. Richard Horn playing at scrum half as he did against St Helens. Bird over the 40-metre line. It's the 5th and last. Bob Connolly signifies that. It comes to Prescott for the kick. I'm not sure that was intended. He goes for the midfield bomb. Plenty of height on that. isolates the winger. That could be a whole ball again. It is. Rayner got a bit of space. Good run by Rayner. He's tackled 10 metres short. Hull with the early pressure. Grimaldi dummy half. Horn first receiver. Cook. 10 metres away. Midfield position set up. Jackson dummy half this time. Horn first receiver. Jason Smith. Inside ball to Craven. This time Broadbent dummy half. The kick through from Horn. And the Huddersfield man just makes it back into the field of play. Did well there. So it's Huddersfield working it away. Survived that good Hull FC attack. But flat-footed.
Who the hell is that?
McNamara. Be keen to have a good game against his hometown club, of course. Molloy over the 20. Quick play the ball. Custo will kick early. On to Matt Crowther. Again, player returning against his former club. Here until the end of last season. Crowther makes a little burst. Couldn't get away from the centre.
Is that Cardoza there in the centre? Yeah.
Dale Cardoza. And it's Luke Felch taking it over the 40-metre line. Craven. Just a little step off the right foot. Jackson goes to the open side. Horn takes them on. Richard Horn into a gap. Richard Horn will go. Richard Horn will score, will he? Has he got it down? He's held up over, I think. Tremendous defence to stop him. Hull head and ball, Brian, but what a run by Richard Horn.
Yeah, what a run. Took the ball to the line. Dummied, went through. Couldn't get the ball. Got over the line, couldn't get the ball down. But it's Hull's head and ball. 10 metres out. You can certainly hear all supporters behind them. Behind us, getting behind the team. Cook. It's Prescott. Campbell. Oh, Grimaldi drops it. Only the second tackle, that. Sean McRae won't be happy about that.
Please for the
Full-back, Cooper, push back. Huddersfield spreading the ball, but Hull's tackling's good. Penalty. Said Jason Smith having his knee in. So pressure off Huddersfield. So it's Gusto going for touch. Huddersfield in the Hull half. Steve Malloy. Ex-Oldham, Featherstone Rovers. Knock on, that old hand in there, I think it was Logan Campbell. Unlucky that. Moxon feeding this ball for Huddersfield, wearing number 17. Cardoza, tackled by Logan Campbell and Prescott. Forward, mile forward that pass. Pass to Lomax, McNamara. Drops off Malloy. McNamara again. Gusto. Drops off Lomax again. Good tackle by Luke Felch. Huddersfield running off for Matson Arpat. Rowley. Penalty. I thought he'd lost the ball in the tackle then. He said it, his signal not pulling the ball out, Steve, but second holding down. So it's Steve McNamara going for goal. S-T-I-N. And McNamara chips it over. So Huddersfield leading by 2 points to 0. But really up to now all have threatened. It's something called
Yeah, McNamara.
The Giants, sponsored by Hatfield, 26, Steve McNamara.
So Steve Prescott to restart for Hull. High kick. Well taken. I think it's Atkins took it. Knocked backwards. Malloy again. Certainly worked hard this first 10 minutes, Steve Malloy. We've still got Dale Lawton to bring on off the bench. Long ball, Gusto. Through. It's McNamara. Lomax. Gusto. Long kick. I think it'd be too long. Oh, it's not. It is. Steve Prescott hooks over the line, but nearly a very good kick by the Huddersfield standoff. Rayner. Jason Smith drops off Craven. Oh, inside ball, I should say, to Craven. Molyneux gets to him and then knocks on. First knock on against Craven, I think, yeah. Really all very edgy. That's the last 2-6, Steve. They haven't made use of it. So it's Huddersfield to feed. Moxon. Gusto. No, Costin, I should say, not Gusto. Costin, the Aussie centre. Gusto. Oh, good tackle. McNamara. Dummy scores. Oh, does well. Nobody on his outside. Malloy on his inside. Penalty against Steve Craven. He certainly had his hand on the ball. He can't complain about that, I don't think, Steve.
No, well, that's 3 penalties Hull have given away and 2 mistakes Steve Craven's made in the last minute. Had a wonderful game against Bradford, but just needs to get his attention on things here. So this is another gimme 2 points for the Giants. Steve McNamara straight in front, 19 metres away. The 11 minutes of the match. And Steve McNamara, no problems with that. The Giants lead by 4-0. So it's going to be Steve Prescott to kick off again. The Giants beaten in all 7 games, but they've not had a flogging, and have been competitive in most notably against Bradford here, where they led at half-time, I think. Eventually ran out of steam in the last 20, but gave a very good account of themselves.
Who was that 18? I think that's Atkins.
So it's the Giants trying to work the ball away from their own 20. The second of the restart set of 6. Here's Steve Molloy, involved in many excellent games against Hull over the years. Rowley. There's Molyneux, almost up to the 40-metre line. It's the 5th and last tackle. McNamara's inside the 40. Kicked 2 straight for a 40-20, but on this quite hard surface, which is surprising in view of all the rain there's been recently. Rayner brings it back to the 20, almost gets away. Crowther working it up for Hull. Felch. The ever-willing Luke Felch, almost to the 40. Jason Smith. Broadbent. The Giants certainly getting up the line at the moment, putting pressure on the Hull runners. Jason Smith goes for a 40-20. That looks... That's a decent kick. It's just going to... Oh, it's a knock-on. What a great kick by Jason Smith. What a kick. Absolutely measured it on the... just inside the 40, Brian, and although the fullback, the winger coming across made the mistake, a brilliant kick.
Oh, brilliant kick. Hull's head and ball then on 10 metres from the Bastille line. Felch put his boot on in back play. We've got to wait for him to do it because he's right in the play, really.
Bring the ball back into play.
Horn. Horn. Prescott. Oh, good run by Richard Horn. Looked all the time he was going to get there himself, but then slipped a good ball to Steve Prescott just on his outside. The supreme support play poacher Steve Prescott scores just 10 yards outside the Huddersfield right-hand post. Great run. That's the second really incisive run that Richard Horn's done. Obviously enjoying playing in the scrum half position. But really all needed that to steady the nerves. Because they've looked the better side, the most penetrative side, but it's because it's Huddersfield who put the points on the board. So it's Crowther, not a difficult kick. Not a bad night for goal kicking. Kicks it to bring the score after 16 minutes to Hull 6, Huddersfield 4. Oh, long kick-off. Oh, to Broadbent, who knocks on. He only seemed to pick that ball up at the last moment, Steve, seemed to me. So the pressure on Hull. So certainly Huddersfield will be lifted with that mistake. Prescott, good drop-off. Picked up by Molyneux. Runs hard. Tackled by Lee Jackson. Malloy. Bumps off Jason Smith. Going blind, bit of a gap. Oh. Felsh. Grabs the Huddersfield man. Oh, Gusto, little drop. Good ball to Lomax into the gap. Loops round for the return, doesn't come out. McNamara. Huddersfield moving the ball well this time. Got a bit of room. Rowley to Cardoza. Straightening up. Can't go. Last tackle, I think. No, yeah, last tackle. Oh, Drummy. Scrum half's over. Good try by the scrum half. Past Jason Smith and Steve Prescott to score about 5 yards in from the touchline. Very pleased with that try. But really that led Casso again, but gave Huddersfield the ball with Paul Broadbent's knock on. So Ben Gusto, one of Huddersfield's Australians, scores that try. Important try. Way out on the right wing, but Steve McNamara well capable of adding the 2 points.
And then his own debut for the Giants, number 22, Earl Crabtree.
And Earl Crabtree making his debut for the Giants. Teenager. Nephew, of course, of Shirley Crabtree, the professional wrestler. Steve McNamara makes a bit of a hash of that one. But Huddersfield still 2 points in front. And that wasn't very good defence by Hull. Steve Prescott, long kick. Crabtree takes it up. Big lad, this. Banged down by Grimaldi and Cook. Lomax. He's worked quite hard this first 20 minutes. Good tackling by Hull that time. McNamara, Malloy. McNamara going for a 40-20. Oh, 2 straight again. Brittles won't go dead, so it's a good kick. Steve Prescott gets it. Rayner. Logan Campbell. Holding down by Crabtree. Silly, really. So it's Paul Cook to find touch. And he does just near us and just short of halfway. Broadbent. Good tackle back, Crabtree. Craven. Terrible. Broadbent don't look right to me. Horn. Smith. Prescott. Dummied the first drop off. Found it with the second one. Fell. She'll take it up. Horn. Cook. Kick. Good kick by Cook. Yeah, Rayner Rayner scores. Rayner's certainly first there. Good try by Rayner. Inch perfect kick by Paul Cook. And Gareth Rayner's been threatening to do since he got in the first team, Steve. Uses his speed then. Good try in the corner.
I think his first try in Super League, and what a good one. Initially, my thought from Paul Cook was the kick was a bit strong, but it was beautifully judged. And Gareth Rayner, with his pace and ongoing, and the defenders chasing back, had the advantage over them. I think it ricocheted either off him or off a Huddersfield defender. There's no doubt it didn't touch the hands until he placed it down for the try. Excellent try for Gareth Rayner, whose game is developing rapidly, and that will do his confidence the world of good. Hull back ahead, 22 minutes gone. We've had 3 tries. Yes, where is he? Here he is. This is him, 21, that's right. Yeah. So he leaves Matt Crowther with a difficult kick, just a couple of metres in from the right-hand touchline. Matt Crowther, the leading point scorer in Super League at the moment. Just pulls it to the left of the post. So Hull take the lead again. That's the lead has changed hands 4 times already, I think. And Hull have a 10-8 advantage. I think also that showed the benefit, Brian, of having a number of kickers in your side. Jason Smith, we've seen put in a 40-20. Steve Prescott can kick. Lee Jackson can kick out a dummy half. And Paul Cook, another highly accomplished kicker. The kickoff. Oh, and again, I took a wicked bounce that time, but Hull looked a little bit panicky. 3 men there, Brian, to field it. Really, they got in each other's way a little bit. It did bounce viciously, but bloody hell, they were trying to protect Broadbent. So Hull put the pressure straight back on themselves. Steve Prescott drops out. Huddersfield scored from set of 6 immediately following this last time. Molloy takes it up over the 40. Crabtree, the youngster, put down by Broadbent, makes the 30. McNamara, Custo, inside ball to Frew. Now this guy's lightning, but Hull managed to get across and take him, but he's only 6 metres away. 3 tackles to go. O'Hare from dummy half. Just short. Hull under pressure. It's the last one. Will it be a kick to the corner? It is. Kick to try and isolate Crowther. Oh, he takes it well. Plenty to deal with there. Very difficult ball to take. Took it brilliantly. Jason Smith not too keen to take it away for Hull. Gives it to Richard Horne. Smith at dummy half. Broadbent now. Up almost to the 20. Huddersfield offside. Giving away their second penalty. Oh, a good kick that and a bloody good take, wasn't it? Huh? Excellent take there. Yeah. Seacraven will play just short of the 40 on the first tackle. Cook, Horne, Jason Smith, gives it to Felch. Felch makes decent yards up the middle, takes it to 35 out from the Giants line. Broadbent offloads to Jackson. Horne to Cook. Cook finds a bit of space up the middle. Prescott, Broadbent. Good Huddersfield defence, cover across. Smith, Cook, Grimaldi into a gap. Grimaldi can't quite pick up his support. Still looking to pass Tony Grimaldi, 5 metres away. 2 tackles of the sequence to go. Jason Smith Jason Smith to Lee Jackson. Lee Jackson reaches over and plants it down under the post. Yeah, it is Lee Jackson. And that's Jason Smith's awareness again, Brian. The swift pass is done in seconds, half a second, and Lee Jackson crashes over.
Yeah, lovely ball. Jackson to the post. But that run from Grimaldi was excellent. He needed the support either left or right. But the support players that time were late getting there because he stood up a long time. Jason Smith having a long word with the referee. I'm not quite sure about what about. Obviously expecting one of his rulings. So it's Crowther trying to add the 2 points. Takes his time, even though it is right in front of the posts. Chips it over. So been played just over 27 minutes. The score, Huddersfield 8, Hull 16. As Steve said, that was a brilliant take by Crowther a couple of minutes ago. Under a lot of pressure on the last tackle. Took it. Plucked it out of the air as so easy. Never looked like dropping it. Didn't get pushed into touch, did very well. Steve Malloy off. I should think it's Lawton on. I can't pick him out yet. Yeah, it is Dale Lawton. I can see him now. Well, see if we can do it again. Same kick. Prescott collects it. Gives it to Broadbent. Some ironic cheering from the Hull fans. Paul Rowley tackles then. Jason Smith. Goes. Gets rid of it. Felsh. Into the Huddersfield half. Lee Jackson runs off. Gets rid of it. Jason Smith, home. Cook. Oh, good tackle by the centre. Costin. Home. Grimaldi. Drops off Logan Campbell. Well wrapped up by the Huddersfield defenders. Rayner goes to acting halfback. Gives it to Craven. Ooh, Craven nearly away. Left. I think it's Lawton on this. Jason Smith, little back kick. Well taken by the Huddersfield man. Tackled over his own line. Oh, what a kick by Smith. What an excellent kick. To the casual observer, you might think it was a mistake coming off the offside of his right boot like that, but it wasn't, it was meant. So it's Huddersfield dropping out underneath their own posts. Crabtree, I think it was, and Lawton just receiving a bit of treatment. He certainly kicks it a long way, this scrum half. To Jason Smith, gives it to Prescott. Rowley won in the tackle there. Again, tackling well is Rowley. Jason Smith drops off Broadbent. Lee Jackson. Grimaldi. Good tackle by Costin again. Doing a lot of tackling in this Aussie centre. Long ball, Jason Smith. Inside ball, Craven. Prescott. Horn. Gets rid of it, Lee Jackson. Nobody with him. Into a forward pass about that one, I thought. But Hull keeping the ball alive well. Steve McNamara, good tackle on Lee Jackson then. Hull going left. Horn, Smith. Felsh. Showed it inside, gave it outside then. Smith. Goes. Last tackle. Home. Chip kick over. Good one. Rayner scores again. He took it off the Huddersfield winger. Oh, ruefully has his head in his hands. Rayner. Perfect kick from Richard Horn. Perfect chase by Rayner. Never kept his eye off the ball. Huddersfield man was certainly there first, Steve, but Rayner seemed to me to take the ball out of his hands.
Yes, inexperienced Huddersfield winner, Hafin O'Hara, played for Wales in the World Cup. before I think he played a senior game of rugby league, but you couldn't really fault him. He got back, he took it. Just brilliant work by Rayner. Second try of the evening. And again, Brian, as we were saying, the variety in Hull's kicking. It's very difficult to cover Hull's kicking because there's at least 4 or 5 players on the side who are capable of putting up those inch-perfect measured kicks. That time it was Richard Horne, Paul Cook, we've seen, Jason Smith. So, Hull have exploded into life here, 20 points to 8. Difficult kick again for Matt Crowther. Oh, yeah. No, not 100%. Worked hard, though. Yeah. So with Paul King is on for Hull for Paul Broadbent. Meanwhile, Matt Crowther 3 metres in this time. Strikes that well, strikes that, giving it a chance just to the right of the post. Very wide pitch here at the McAlpine. Push the first one to the left and that just marginally to the right. So, Giants 8, Hull 20, and we're just entering the 33rd minute of the game. Important for Hull to maintain this. Well, again, the big kick that could be going out on the full. Rayner takes it well, measured. Very good kick, actually, brilliant. Rayner, can he straighten up? See confidence oozing through him now. Bird, who we haven't seen an awful lot of. Dion Bird, a phenomenally hard worker for Hull, but not at his busiest yet tonight. The Giants offside again. Penalties even at 3-all. Huddersfield encroaching. Paul Cook hammers the ball into touch on the far side. Hull start a new set. 5 metres, 6 metres inside the Giants' half. Craven. Jason Smith. Oh, King puts it down. What happened there, really? Coming off them. Bit of a malfunction there in communication. Gives the Giants the ball. They go to their right with Cardoza. Signed originally from the Sheffield club. Quick play of the ball. Is that Crabtree? Rowley, we haven't seen him go from dummy half much yet. Maybe do that more late in the game. Very quick player from there. Won the game for Halifax against Hull last year. Is that through? It must be through, is it? Here's Dale Lawton, almost away. Last tackle. McNamara brings it to the left. A kick through onto Rayner. Rayner takes it well and takes the tackle. Oh, good judgment. Now Logan Campbell. Makes good meters there, Campbell. Strong run. King. Strong run by King. And straight into the game. Jackson, short side. Prescott, Grimaldi. Almost up to the 40-metre line. Cook is going to go for a 40-20 here. He's got it too straight, I think, but will that hold up or just bounce away? No, his fullback's got to play it. What's the Hull chase like? Pretty good. Tackled just 12 metres from his own line. Oh, here's a decent run. Run by Cardoza. Crabtree again, working hard. Young forward on debut. Lawton gets it away, good ball. Prescott's beaten by Lee Jackson. That's a cover, brilliant bit of cover by Lee Jackson. Huddersfield get a quick play of the ball. Hull are in trouble here. Out it goes down. Goes down. The referee will restart play.